North American Indians have a long, rich history in running, one that stretches back thousands and thousands of years. For much of that time, walking and running were the only means of travel and communication to bridge the huge open spaces of the American continent. Running centered traditions from the Arctic all the way down to the tip of South America. These earliest inhabitants of the continent marched in small groups. From the Great Plains, the way was then open for their descendants to walk across mountains and deserts, through jungles to the far reaches of the Patagonia, a journey that may have taken almost 1,000 years. Without horses, using only dogs as pack animals, Native Americans were conditioned to cover great distances on foot from an early age. It was recorded that Apache Indians, who were renowned for their toughness, at the age of 15 or 16, had to undertake a long run over rough country carrying a load on their back. Young men would be expected to go without sleep in a vigil that could last almost 48 hours. They then were required to go into the wild for 2 weeks, living through their own skill and toughness. An adult Apache could travel on foot over the roughest terrain from 50 to 75 miles a day, keeping this up for several days at a stretch. Outstanding runners in such a culture would become key figures in holding together widespread associations such as the Iroquois Confederacy, or even loose groupings of nearby tribes, by carrying news and other urgent messages. Messenger runners were part of the culture of many Native American tribes and helped to further advance their society at a time where resources were very limited. Such runners dedicated their lives to this endeavor, following a strict diet and often practicing celibacy. On their runs, many would carry a dried buffalo heart, a Native American tradition and symbol for life at the time. For early Northern American Indians, foot racing was considered a very popular and prestigious sport. Early Native men were dependent on speed and endurance as hunters, thus they devised ways to use these qualities in a more formal way. In fact, before a big race, some runners would remove themselves from the community for multiple weeks in order to prepare. Additionally, runners often prayed, fasted, or died while in training. The reason for this was because the runners believed bad qualities could come from eating certain foods. Deer and eagle were often served because they believed they are beneficial if eaten in the right way. For many sprinters, religion was a major part of their preparation. They would have spiritual advisors to oversee their daily activity and even massage and bathe them with secret remedies before and after the race. In addition, one of the religious roles of running was to serve as a means of self-sacrifice in order to please the spirits for the well-being of the community. This highlights the idea of a gift economy in sports and how in Native American culture, running is considered a religious act that is done to benefit the gods along with the rest of the tribe. In return, the tribe will thank the runners for expending their efforts, given as an offering to honor life. Historically, Native American tribes have integrated running into their culture as a means of survival, recreation, and religion. In Navajo cultural tradition, for example, the people run as the sun rises for part of their daily prayers, a welcoming of the new day. To the natives, running is really a part of everything in traditional society. It is both a part of the daily life cycle, running to and from fields, and integral to the ceremonial dances throughout the year. Spirits and deities are out in the morning, celebrating the birth of a new day, and to be out running at this time shows Mother Earth and Father Sky what kind of person you are. That shows you are working to be a stronger person, so when you reach times of struggle, they will be there to help you. It is difficult to compare Native Indian runners to runners today because they didn't have the technology we use today to track statistics. But it is clear that Indians were passionate runners and achieved incredible feats that no one has accomplished in recent times. Rather than running for accolades or money, these men were spiritually connected and passionate for the sport. Running in the tradition of foot racing holds incredible importance in Native American culture and religion, and is a symbol of the way they lived their lives.